Today we are somewhere else. We are at a very fabulous location because we are looking at a pop-up Chanel museum. So Kim from Anthology of Style, she is a live shopping seller, and she has basically gone and created this insane Chanel museum, essentially. None of this is affiliated with Chanel. Nobody goes to anybody. Thank you very much. Nobody can be dealing with that stress. But we're going to go and have a look. It's only happening until the day that this comes out, and then actually she's going to be selling these pieces on a live stream, but I just wanted to show them to you because it really is such a magical experience. I will have all of her links below and everything, and she's going to talk us through aspects of it, and also like, why? How does one come up with this idea? This is crazy. And how she's managed to pull it off. Guys, if you're new here, my name is Cassie and I'm a self-diagnosed luxury addict. I pack videos on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, so if you like luxury fashion, then you're probably going to love it here. So head down there, subscribe, turn on the bell, become a member of our luxury addicted family. When we're going to rehab, never. Also, I think that we can all agree that we've never seen this jacket before, and why do you have it, Cassie? And it's fabulous on you, I know. I've been foraging in the back of the Anthology of Style office. Kim was like, oh, you can put it on for the video. And I was like, please. And maybe I might walk out here with it. I'm just living life in here. Squatters' rights. They can't tell me to leave. I've brought enough to sustain me for a few hours at least. Look at that. Look how long the lapels are. It just cinches at the waist. It's absolutely glorious. Okay, well, if this one doesn't fit, and that's a couple of sizes bigger. That's a skinny arm, that one. We're going to have to go with the other jacket, I fear. I do not fear, because we're fabulous, but... Oh my gosh. What a treat. Hold on. We might have to judge the hair. But aside from that, how is it?
Oh, this color is so good.
The colour is so good.
And the waist is just like the perfect little cinch.
They're all like beautiful candy sweets. Look at this lilac. Look at it next to this glorious periwinkle. I need it. Look at how good it looks. What size is... Look at it, it's just glorious. It's so like... Look at the tiny, tiny sequins throughout. This is magic. This is what this is. This is pure magic. This is leather. That's leather.
Oh my goodness.
The sexiest, tiniest little cherry red leather jacket. No, I'm not prepared.
Welcome.
I
found one or two sparkly things for you.
Oh my gosh, I am just... Okay, I don't even know what to say. My eyes are everywhere. I want to enjoy everything.
They almost look good enough to eat.
They really do. I was saying when I was looking at this, I was like, they're just like sweeties in a wrapper that I just want to indulge in.
Yes, they're very confectionery. I think that's like a hallmark of this collection. Where can I take you first?
Okay,
I'm going this
so,
way.
okay, well, let's do a clockwise. This is Kim. Kim, where are you?
I'm here.
Kim of Anthology of Style.
That's me. Hello.
I've done a little bit of an intro talking about Anthology of Style is yours, live shopping. Is there
an
anything?
intro?
Yes.
Okay.
Is there anything that you think I might have missed?
Cat lover. Sorry.
Crucial piece of information there, actually. Yeah. And your cat's name is?
Wiley. Like the coyote.
Let's do a little bit here, and then I also want to ask you, like, how does one come up with this idea? How does one go, do you want to know what? I'm going to make a museum.
I was bored one Tuesday.
Okay.
No, I do live shows every Tuesday, and we have the happy accident of often having rare pieces in our shows. Some that truly qualify as archival treasures. And I was joking with myself one day, thinking like, people are gonna get it twisted and think these things are common, so I might as well like put them in a museum. I might as well make a museum so that it's clear that these are museum quality pieces. That thought then left my head and I went on with my night, but then something in the back of my brain kept working on it and came back out as a fully formed like, well, why don't you build a museum? Like, people would love to see these things. Like, we should have more people learn to enjoy vintage fashion as art. And so then the journey began.
My gosh, and here we are, and we're starting off with 1995.
We had to. This is the most commercial collection.
Okay.
Again, if the goal is to get, you know, the person who's never really given vintage a second thought to come and start, you know, joining the cult a little bit, I think this is this is the place to start. The Barbie movie made it very easy for us. It's a very well-known collection. It's easy to love. It's beautiful. But there's also a lot beneath the surface. We can get into that a little
Yes,
bit.
please.
Yes.
Okay, so starting off with this wall,
Okay.
talk me through it. Let's end with her.
So you have a mix of jewelry, ready-to-wear, and bags on this wall. They're grouped, honestly, aesthetically. They weren't shown on the runway like this, but these are some of the highlights of the collection. Like many people have likely seen these cropped jackets on celebrities like the Kardashians.
These I've never even noticed on the runway, and yet when I came in here, they were one of the first things that I just went for because I was like, they're so over the top and glittery and fabulous and sparkle, and then you have this like black leather running through that makes it feel a bit harder.
Edgy.
Exactly.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. So these are chokers.
Chokers and different versions of belts. The runway was essentially as like overstimulating kind of as this room is, so it's very easy to miss a lot of the details unless you're psychotic and you like look at every single look.
And we're zooming.
Yes, we're zooming, we're freezing, we're screenshotting, all of that. It's remarkable how modern they seem though.
Oh, well, that's the thing as well. I think why this collection in particular is a good one to pick, because you could pick and wear any of this and it
silhouettes are
doesn't
very
look
modern.
dated at all.
I mean, case in point.
Case in point. My gosh.
Our pièce de résistance over here. The Barbie movie kind of brought spotlight back to this necklace in the single strand version with the heart pendant. Kim Kardashian also contributed to that, you know, fervor around this necklace because she flew around the world to find her own so she could wear it during her Super Bowl commercial.
Oh.
Yes.
Fun fact, I did not know this.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So she owns a single strand version. We had the single strand on loan for display on the opening. That one went back to its owner. She's very happy to have it back in her hands now. But this one is ours, part of our permanent collection, and would be here for the vintage lovers to enjoy.
Oh, like it's like
you just
all
wanna,
of the, yeah, it's like a little hard candy. Incredible. Just so juicy and delicious. Okay, so she's in the permanent collection.
Yes.
You are doing a little live sale of the things that are not going to be part of the permanent collection.
Yes. So the way we're funding future curations, the way we're growing the museum is we have a showing rather of all of the pieces, and then everything except the 3 looks that we're retaining for our permanent collection will be featured on our Instagram live sale this weekend. It's
Tune
kind
in.
gonna be
All
an
of the
event.
links will be below. Oh yeah, don't worry. You think I just came here to just like...
Play dress up.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I would do.
Kim Kardashian's flying all over the world to find some of these pieces without revealing your secrets. How does one go about finding these pieces, especially from a collection like this that's rare, like these heart bags?
The heart bags, yeah.
Let's have a look at the bags.
I think the easiest way that the average person comes across these pieces is to call me. Otherwise, it's my job. So
Yeah.
we do everything from making relationships with grandmas in Holland who have been collectors their whole lives, and we, hopefully charm our way into their closets. We worked with some professional auction houses. It's the thrill of the hunt, I think, that keeps me involved in all of this. Like, you never know what you're going to find. So there's no easy answer there, other than you have to...
It's a relationship-based business.
It is, and you have to be good at scrolling. Like, hours and hours of, yes.
I do not want to know your screen time. We've got the heart bags. We've got many of them.
Yes.
Any colour, take your pick. We then have the vanities.
Yes.
Again, every colour under the rainbow. Never seen that blue. Love that blue. Deliciousness.
It's very unattractive to watch me open this because it does take a minute, but
But once we're in there.
yes, exactly. Once the hard work is done and we remove her stuffing.
Wait, I never knew. Oh, and I love the fact that it says Chanel all over it. You know me. You know I love a logo.
Oh, and you're cleaning up. She's so sweet.
Oh, yeah. I'm not inviting my...
So you can do one of like these moments when you're walking.
Oh, gosh. Back and front, you're getting a show.
Yes, like logomania is not a new thing. It started far before the current craze, and Chanel was front and center in the
Very much so.
PVC maxis.
Yes.
So something really interesting about this collection is you'll find a contrast between gorgeous, pink, glittery things that were often made from synthetic materials, and then some more demure looks, more with full coverage, black and whites. So this collection,
Classic Chanel.
yes,
Quote unquote.
very much so. This collection was a contrast, and I think Carl was absolutely trying to make a point here between the type of femininity or the type of Chanel woman that was characterized by Mademoiselle herself and her style versus what was considered, you know, the stylized femininity of the mid-90s. And in that way, I think that this type of art has just as much a seat at the table as anything hanging on the walls of the Met. And I hope that a place like this, where people can come and admire it in a place of honor, or where it's treated with honor, brings the conversation, or brings these pieces back into the art conversation.
Gosh, well, I've got chills now.
Oh,
you know, because like I see fashion, and sometimes I think like, am I a bit of a weirdo that I find so much like magic in it just from looking at it? Like whether or not I'll ever be able to wear it myself, you know, I just love the fantasy, right? And so I'm like, am I just like really overly sensitive and a Pisces about it? Yet you are validating me, so thank you very much. Exactly. It's true. I think that, yes, the way that art is sort of determined, why is this not seen to the same standard as?
Exactly.
Wait, let's go back to the mouse.
Oh, sorry.
So, the most rare piece in this room,
Do you want to guess?
well, I think I know. Wait, but actually no, because I'm between the necklace and I'm between this.
Are we talking rare or most valuable?
Ah, okay, let's do both.
Okay. Most valuable in terms of like what you'd have to pay someone to part with it is
Yeah.
probably the Rhinestone Maxi.
Wow. I didn't even know that they did the rhinestone ones.
So it did appear on the runway very infrequently. So
Uh-huh.
Carl had this like wonderful tendency of repeating items on the runway that he really wanted people to wear and be part of everyday fashion, but then really just dropping these little like Easter eggs, these little special pieces for the collectors, and this was definitely one of them. Because of that PVC, it's very hard to find one in good condition today.
Yeah.
So that is not even mine, it's on loan from a private collection. I was told that even a life-changing offer would not make her part with that bag.
Wow. Good for her.
So, yes.
Fantastic.
In terms of the rarest piece, or the hardest one to acquire,
Oh.
the sequin bra.
Oh, wow. That is like a seashell. Like that's mother of pearl. That's the inside of an oyster.
100%, yes. And it's very on trend today.
Mhm.
So we've actually had lots of inquiries about that piece, but I will never sell her. She's part of our permanent collection.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anywhere else in the world you can go to see her in person.
Is this the piece that took you the longest to find?
Yes, and the most negotiating.
Really?
Yes. She's cool.
She's very cool.
She's not adjustable whatsoever.
Oh, really?
So
it's
she's
like,
very
it's like
specific.
you are a 34B or you are nothing else.
Yes, or bust, yes.
Yeah, exactly. Quite literally. Anyway, so we've got 2 permanent collections.
Pieces, yes.
Who's the third?
The third, okay, I have to confess. It's sold, but only because I knew I could get another one.
Okay.
And so she's on the way, but
Okay.
it is the Look 71 from the runway show. She was featured here. I don't know why I'm bringing you over here because she's not here now.
Okay.
But
I'll insert a picture.
she is shown with this belt, and then not this one, but the other multicolor belt that we do have, but is currently being cleaned
Okay.
and readied for the exhibit.
Is it just purely based on rarity that you're like, these are the permanent ones?
No, I think, well, okay, it's probably that plays a factor. I think also into consideration is what is going to make people want to come.
Aha, okay.
What are the most well-known looks in the collection that
Yeah.
are, and if we only have 3, like what is representative of this collection?
Mm-hmm.
And it's really everything pink and sparkly and, you know, Barbie.
What's your fave?
My favorite is probably this dress here. She's very understated compared to everything else. She's very little known, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
But all of these designs are made from sequins.
Oh, yeah.
So you've got like a graphic print Chanel,
They almost look
Coco.
drawn on.
Yes, so Carl was an artist of many facets. He hand drew some of the textiles you'll see, like the eyelash dress over there.
Okay, yes.
And those were turned into his prints for this collection. And then this is another example of him, you know, taking his sketchbook and designing a piece that then someone snapped their fingers and it turned into real life.
You've got the permanent collection that's for the museum.
Yes.
Do you keep anything?
If I was a billionaire, yes. Yes. I think one of the reasons I got into this industry and into live selling and everything is the average person, you know, is not going to get to own most of these pieces in their life, myself included, but to get to touch them and see them.
And to interact.
Yes,
Yeah.
does check that box a little bit, scratches
Yeah.
that itch.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that, minus the touching, is what this place can provide for many vintage lovers.
Some of the most like famous looks from this collection, because if I think it's those little crop jackets in
Yes.
the bright colours.
Yes, 100%.
That's where my mind goes.
For sure, yes. We have a variety of colors. The dark blue is one that we weren't able to acquire. So if any of you have the dark blue cropped, give me a call, please. That is.
What's the easiest colour?
I think this one
Okay.
is the most kind of prevalent on the market.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because red is just a classic or because Claudia wore this exact look on the cover of the catalog that many collectors at the time bought it, so then supply and demand is just more on the market right now.
Yeah.
Cropped jackets, I think these, I've said the word confection probably 10 times today, but I think these
No,
suits,
but it's the best description of it.
you look like you could take a bite.
That's a little lemon sherbet.
Yes.
Like, I'm just going to untwist it from its little plastic wrapper and
Take a
pop it
bite.
in my mouth.
Exactly. So Linda Evangelista on the runway wore the yellow version of this suit, as you see here. She did wear a brooch with it as well. It wasn't this color. But so it's a mix kind of a very classic Chanel silhouette with some details that are almost borderline vulgar, like putting a very large crystal right on your, you know, areas.
I kind of love that there.
Right? Harlow's a
Like-
genius at creating controversy and conversation, and that is, I think, exemplified in something like this.
Like, why do we just put the brooch, you know, on the left titty? Like, why aren't we moving the brooch to the jean pocket, to the crotch of the skirt? We could have even put it on the hemline. You know, like, why are
should start a
we?
movement.
This is it. It's the brooch movement everywhere but the left titty.
It needs it needs a TBE. It needs an abbreviation.
Yeah, it really does.
We need to we'll think about branding. The movement.
EBLT, everywhere but the left titty.
That was impressive. I think modern brooches don't lend themselves to experimentation like the vintage ones did.
Tell me.
Because they included this little piece here that you could attach it to a necklace pendant very easily,
Nice.
in addition
versatility.
to wearing it as a brooch anywhere you like.
Camellias are interesting to me. These little, may I?
Please.
Me and my little patent leather.
Yes.
Little patent leather camellias.
Yes, so again, a resurgence of that synthetic fabric that we've been talking about. Camellia is an archetype of the brand. It's just another reinterpretation through the lens of spring-summer 1995 that you see these. They include a logo, which most don't, so I think
It's really driving it home.
yeah.
You were implying earlier that this won't be obviously the last exhibit. Will it always be Chanel?
No.
Okay.
No. Chanel is where my heart lies, but there are many other designers that made wonderful contributions to fashion.
Yeah. Might you be able to give us a hint into who's next? You don't have to tell me.
I'm trying to think if I could actually give you a hint that's...
Yeah, or like a riddle.
The creative director of the house originally was a male, but is currently a female. I
Okay.
think you will be excited.
Well, exactly, this is it, and this is why I'm so excited to show it, because honestly, I don't know why this is so wild to me, but the concept that you literally woke up on a Wednesday morning and was like, I'm going to create a museum, is the wildest thing, and I absolutely love that you've done it, because why not? Why actually not? If you can find the pieces which you've managed to do, you've managed to get complete full looks, why not display it so that people can enjoy it and then, you know, fund this being a permanent thing?
That was my original thought. We did hit a roadblock or two along the way. It wasn't exactly a
As I
straight
can
line.
imagine,
Yes, but we got here as close to the original vision as I think could be expected.
Which are the pieces that are the most popular in terms of like people going, I want to buy that?
Got it. The classic sparkle suits.
Look at it, and it's the fact that it's a zip up as well. Like it just makes it a little bit fresh and modern and risque.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
So interestingly, this look was shown on the runway with the panty in the tweed.
Aha.
And collectors who were around when this runway collection first came out said that it was very common at the time that people would truly buy all the pieces and wear them out underwear exposed, like
Yeah.
in a way that I don't know that you see very often today.
Gosh, I wish we did.
Right?
That's fab.
I think over and over we've been asked about the heart bags, the vanities,
Yeah.
the one your eye got drawn to, the rhinestone maxi.
Yeah. I've never seen a heart in this colour combination.
Quite rare.
Yeah.
It was featured in that colorway in the catalog with Claudia and kind of her quintessential photo from this collection.
Is there anything from this collection that you wanted to get and couldn't?
Yes. I believe they're look 36 and 37. I might be getting that wrong, so I hope Cassie cuts that out to save my integrity here.
I'll put in the pictures.
Thank you. No one I work with has ever even had the option to buy them. So I'm not convinced they were ever produced, but if they were, I want them. If you're watching.
Eyes open.
Yes.
Eyes
Please.
out. Fingers tapping.
Yes.
Digital elbows sharpened.
Yes. Digital and physical.
Yeah.
I'll do crazy things with these jackets. There's also the medallion belt. It was quite like maybe this belt, except without the black patent, but it's medallion in this sense. And it had
Okay.
a picture of Mademoiselle from the 1920s on the medallion. And I think it's very easy to get caught up in the sparkle and the pink of this collection, but something I find fascinating is the entire finale was every single model dressed as Mademoiselle in black and white with pearls. The way of this of the picture that was here from the 1920s when she was sitting on the shoulder of her friend Serge Lafar. And I think Carl ended on that note to kind of underscore the point he's making with this collection, right? That the Chanel woman looks many different ways. I think we very much, hopefully, represented the sparkle part of this collection, but I don't know that we did, or we have enough pieces that really drive that other point home.
I think in terms of what you've got going on here, you've done a pretty decent job.
Oh, I think
To say the very least. I'm in awe of it. I think it's insane. I hope that this is the first of, I know it'll be the first of many, because you're going to sell all of these this weekend, and then the next one's on its way.
It's been hard, honestly, to keep people waiting for the weekend.
Oh, really? Because people
So-
just want it now?
Yeah. So, knock on wood that all of that energy carries over.
Yeah. Well.
Yes, reset your routers. We'll see you.
Yeah.
this
Get your laptop, iPad, phone. Everything's refreshed. This is worse than Ticketmaster. Thank you for doing this.
Thank you for doing this so much.
I'm so glad that I could share it with everybody and just be a part of and feel the magic. And hopefully, in the not too far future, people will be able to experience this themselves.
I hope so. I have to say, she's so kind. She was like, we need to get more people to know about this. I'm nobody in the corner of Brooklyn with some mannequins, and I'm so grateful for the spotlight being shown on this stuff. So you have to take all the credit for that.
I'm too English for that, but thank you. I will have all of Kim's links and everything below so that you can go and shop if you wish, or just watch and enjoy. I'm going to leave a link to another video over here in case you haven't already seen it. Have an amazing morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. And in the words of my father,
If you've enjoyed it, tell your friends. If you haven't, keep your mouth shut.
I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.